in this last video, let's do this demand for tutoring service example. We are trying to see if there's an association between the demand for this after-school tutoring service and the enrollment numbers in a particular area. So data are from a sample of 50 zip codes in which the tutoring service operates, and this is our output. So looking at this first line, intercept, we see that it's estimated to be 38.661 with a p-value of 2.092 and a p-value of this 0.0418, which is less than 0.05. So we reject the null hypothesis. Is the intercept for the regression line significantly different from 0? Yes. So we'll just put that here. Yes. And that's because of this p-value right here. Now what about this one? Is the estimate for the slope coefficient for enrollment significantly different from 0? Well, here's enrollment. There's the estimate. There's the t-value. And then here's the p-value, which is really small. So that's also significantly different than 0. Part C. Interpret the slope coefficient for the sample. So recall that enrollment is in thousands of students. All right then. Remember how to interpret the slope? So we're going to say for each additional, so it's not 1 because we're dealing with thousands of students. So we're going to say for each additional 1,000 students in the zip code, there are 18.311 more participants in the tutoring service. Tutoring service. So that's this number right here. That's the slope. Now let's write out the prediction model. All right, let's do that. We could use the first 2 lines here to do that. What we're trying to predict is number of participants hat. So we're trying to predict that equals 38.661. That's the intercept, plus the slope, which is 18.311, times the number of students. How well does the regression model fit this data? What is the effect size? Well, we look at this line right here, the multiple r squared, and we look at 0.3338, the adjusted r square. So let's just put that here. So just imagine that 2 is a square. So that equals 0.3338. So we could say from that number that, let me fix my text box. Okay. (33.38% of the variation in tutoring demand is explained by number of students in the zip code. All right, that's it. That's what I got for simple regression. Your next step is to go to Canvas and see what your next step is as far as the activity to complete for submission.